Hey, it's Cordelia the educator. Hope you are very well. So today we're going to talk about breaking down the barriers of entry to learning. Now, a lot of the time we are taught that learning should take place in an academic place, such as school or learning center or tuition center or at home or in a designated space where children need to sit down and have their pens, books and pencils at the ready to start their learning. Where this is so far from the truth, it is unbelievable. And this actually undermines what learning actually is in its true essence. Now, learning can be accessed and should be accessed absolutely anywhere, and is for us as the adults, the grown-up people, to support and help our children realize the potential, the magnificent potential of learning, and the fact that we need to support them to access it anywhere by helping them to access it anywhere. And by doing this, we can help them to grow better, stronger, more resilient minds that are actually ready and raring for learning, not just when they are called for exams, but also to support them to help them solve problems in everyday life as well. Because to do that, they would need to dip in and access the learning, not just math, science and English, but any type of learning that they have already had or already been through. So some top tips for those that are listening, in how we can break down the barriers of entry to learning and indeed support our children to realize that learning takes place absolutely anywhere, so that they can build these strong, resilient minds that are ready and raring to go at any point in time, and they are stronger and able to solve problems in real life situations as well. Now, what we do a lot of the time, we say that certain days of the week our car is a library. So from Monday to Thursday, we do not play music at all in the car. From Monday to Thursday, it is simply something to do with learning. So this could be quizzes, this could be in fact, we love quizzes, anything, and it could be absolutely anything in terms of, it could be the solar system, it could be something that they've learned at school, it could be them quizzing us as parents as well as adults. So because there's so much that we don't know, and children can and are there to support us, to help us learn as well. And if we are only simply teaching our children and not allowing them to teach us, then again we are putting up a massive wall, and again that's another barrier to learning, which a lot of us do without actually thinking about it. So think about how and what your child can teach you as well, not just you teaching at them. It should be something that is that is a little bit of a conversation. So you teach me, I teach you, and it becomes so much more fun, so much more engaging, something that the children want to do. And again, it's not, oh my gosh, it's learning time. It's let's do something fun, let's have a conversation, let's talk with one another, let's spend some good quality time. So in the car, on journeys, when you're on walks, what can they see? What shapes are the windows? Can they read the number plates out loud? And I just don't have them obviously memorized the number plates, but what letters can they see on the number plates? Could they make a word? So does it actually reflect a jumbled up word? When they're walking and they see what do you call it, when they see door numbers, sorry, it took a long time. When they see door numbers, can they shout them out? And what about what number would be in front of that number, or what number could be behind that number? So if you jump one forward, what number would it be? If they take one away, what number could it be? Can they remember two door numbers and add them together really quickly? Can they do some quick arithmetic? Anything that you've remembered in the past that you could help your child actually learn from? So sometimes, number one, we put ourselves down. We say, oh well, we're not a teacher, so we're not here to teach our children. While in fact you are the best teacher that your child could ever have. You know your child the best in the world. So it's up to us to actually reflect that in the way that we talk and spend time with our children, when it comes to not just everyday parenting, but also with their academia as well, also helping them with their language skills as well, because it all makes such a massive impact. So for example, the terminology that we as parents use, our children are more likely, I think it's up to 85% more likely to actually use that in their written stories as well. So I have this thing whereby I actually teach myself new words from time to time. So every other week, give or take, I try and use, and this is just in everyday language, I try and use up to 2 to 3 new words with my children. So in a sentence, so it's not sort of like, this is my new word today. No, I wouldn't sort of like call it out like that, but I'd use it in my sentence so they'll pick it up and it becomes more relevant to them. Then lo and behold, they're actually going to use it as well, because they are like sponges. They remember and retain so much. So it's up to us to feed them this wonderful world of learning, this magical, and put them on a magical learning journey that that is everywhere, and that they are able to access not just when they are in an academic per se situation, but throughout their lives. They will become stronger and more resilient learners in the future. And I've always had this thing whereby I don't want my children to only learn when they're in school. I don't want them to only learn when it's homework time or learning time. I want them to be on this learning journey, whereby when they want to get out a book, they can just go, they know where to access the books, they can go out and get a book. When they want to do a bit of a word search, when they want to put a puzzle together, they have this ability to not just want to sit at a tablet all the time, but they want to feed their mind, and they actually enjoy their mind working. You know when you feel that, that energy of your mind figuring something out, putting something together, or indeed taking something apart and analysing it and finding out something that you didn't know before. That's what I want my children to do. And I want them to actually enjoy that feeling of taking on new information, which may not be from a book. This could be, my 4-year-old, what did he do the other day? He sat there and he just took a truck apart. I brought him a toy plastic truck. I bought it probably about a year or so ago, because it's getting a bit old now. So it was fine. And he says, "Mom, can I have a screwdriver?" And I'm thinking, oh gosh, what do you want a screwdriver for? And he said, I'm gonna take apart my truck. And firstly I was thinking, oh gosh, I don't know if that's a good idea. But then I thought, do you know what? The learning that he can actually take away from that, that's building something and putting something together, constructing or deconstructing. Then he's going to learn how to actually use the screwdriver, and how to, his finger motions are getting better. He's strengthening his hand muscles. He's analysing where each screw needs to go, and possibly how to put it back together, which he actually never did. But when he took the top off, then he was looking at the chairs and he thought, because he's never seen it from that perspective, because the whole sort of lid of the top of the truck, he was able to take it off because he had unscrewed it, and he was able to look at it from a different perspective. And he was really analysing it, and we was having a good chat about how they're most likely made in factories, and that they would most likely make a lot of them in factories because they mass produce them so they can sell loads and loads at one time. And that was a fantastic, and this was with a 4-year-old who's having a beautiful conversation about this, and it simply stemmed from me breaking down that barrier to him learning something that initially I was thinking, right, that you not really learn an opportunity, didn't want the mess. I was thinking, I really haven't got the time, I'm trying to cook right now. But when I just took that couple of moments and says, you know what, let me have a look, let me analyze this, let me see what he wants to get out of this. And sometimes it's for us to take a step back and not put us first, because at the end of the day, these children are only young for such a short amount of time, and they're only ready and open to take in so much at such a short amount of time. So it's for us to use it to the best of our ability. So yes, as much as possible, breaking down those barriers to learning, getting them to learn outside of the box, outside of the books. Don't get them to sit at a designated space all the time. What if they want to use their cushions? What if they want to, I don't know, sit on the bunk bed or hang off the bunk bed upside down or something crazy like that? I don't know, maybe sit underneath their dining table, I don't know. But mix it up so it's not the same all the time, because let's be honest, learning can get boring if it's the same thing all the time. Mix it up, keep it interactive, put them first, and learning inside and outside of the box. That's Cordelia, the educator. That's it for today. I hope that helped, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Ciao for now.